presented by Hyundai and powered by Invited. I am Jimmy Miller, and we are here on Grandstand Court. We have Angie Walker and Alex Walker taking on Ava Ignatowich and Katerina Stewart. The Walkers are sisters from, I believe they're from Canada originally, but now they're in Arizona.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, and that ball just trickles over. And then Ava, the younger sister of James Ignatowich. Got 1-0-2. That ball is just out. My co-host has just arrived. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. George Berrigan.
You are looking nice. That all white
Just
suits you very well.
trying to keep up with you, bud. Just
Get me up to speed here. What are we looking at?
Mr. Pickler himself. So we've got Angie and Alex Walker on the far side taking on Katerina Stewart and Ava Ignatowich.
What score we got?
So we got 4-0 for Angie and Alex. They're kind of off to a hot start here.
Did they recently switch paddles?
Yeah, so they just signed new deals with Proton.
Yeah, Proton seems to be making some waves with some of the players we've signed recently.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes, they have. Yeah, so I know Angie played at Idaho State tennis, I believe, and now they're living in Arizona, and so it kind of makes sense. Proton's based out of there.
That looked like a shot I would hit.
I mean, it's definitely getting out of hand in a hurry. This may be one where you call a quick timeout here. Nice little backhand flick there.
Yeah, Ellie.
We got Tyler with us as well. Tyler Loon, KOTC's Tyler Loon in the building. Sounds like we're having some problems, Jimmy, with the sound. Hopefully that's a little bit better. What a good rally so far here.
Oh, just long. Yeah, George, I don't know if you know this, but if you don't have the mic by your mouth,
Yeah, no, that
they
makes a
actually
lot of
can't-
sense.
They actually can't hear you.
Makes a lot of sense.
So, George, what do you think about the progression draw?
You know what? I went to nationals, and quite honestly, I didn't pay enough attention to it. So I'm actually really excited just to see how it plays out in this tournament. I know there's been, some controversy and some questions asked about some people getting some buys that might be higher seeds, but no, I think it's to be able to watch more matches on center court. Give me more of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think that we see this matchup, that we're watching right here without a progression draw. I think this is most likely you don't get to showcase these up-and-coming players like this.
No, and that's a great point. I think a lot of us that might be purists to the game that are always looking for the next big thing, just to have a little bit more exposure. Jimmy Miller being president of an MLP team as well. I mean, I think it's super beneficial to see what talent is up and coming. And just again, this will be good for the sport to just to have more access to the players.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got good crowds for a
And what a beautiful
Wednesday.
day. Just came
Perfect.
from Utah. We're a lot of virgin snow, so it's good to be out of that.
All right, so we've got 2-6 with Stewart serving. So I don't know a lot about her, but that backhand slice drop, I'm going to say that she's definitely got a tennis background.
Who else does backhand slice drops that we know?
Well, I mean, I'm not sure we've seen any that are that low from him, but Tyler Loom.
It does remind me a little bit of that. Tyler having a tennis background. Could take a third drop shot clinic from Jimmy.
I mean, as a 2-0, I don't miss thirds.
So what's the age difference here between the Walker sisters?
So you're going to put me on the spot there, but I think Angie is the older sister. What do I know? I know Angie's been playing for a year, and Alex has only been playing for a couple of months. And they actually had to play each other in the first round of mixed.
Who ended up winning that? I just flew in, so I'm still catching up on everything.
Yeah, so Angie ended up winning.
And this is Masters. I love seeing the all white. It's my first experience. I personally didn't go all white, but
It's disappointing.
I don't know if I could pull off white pants.
Definitely not after Labor Day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice little backhand flare, but just a bit aggressive.
What's the feedback we've been getting with the ball so far from the players?
So the feedback's been great. I think the players have finished this point real quick. Oh, just missed that. So the players essentially have said that that they feel like it's right between the Dura and the Franklin. Rallies are lasting a little bit longer. You get good spin on the ball, and they really love the fact that they get a new ball after every game.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been too many issues. I think the feedback's been pretty good.
So I know you mentioned on the podcast how in previous events with the Dura they had to scuff them up a little bit. Is that happening with this ball as well?
No, so it looks like they're playing these ones kind of fresh out of the package. So, and they seem to be holding up pretty well.
Interesting. Yeah, that was kind of Tyler's feedback, was that these balls were game ready.
Yeah. So it looks like Angie is 25 and Alex is 23.
Okay.
So Angie is in the visor.
And only Angie has the tennis background.
No, they both have tennis backgrounds. Yeah,
That is quite the third.
big put away there.
That's nice work.
So we've got 3-7-2. Ball's just out. So the other thing that we're seeing here too, in addition to the new ball, the Vulcan V Pro, is this new serve. So you have to hold it out in front of you, and you have to drop it from your waist or your hip. So,
I mean, that's my first time noticing that. I don't
yeah. So we've actually
how much
seen
of a difference.
we've seen a lot of service faults today. In fact, in a singles match earlier, there were 15 service faults.
In one match.
In one match.
Was it Tyson?
It was not, but I think he's out there practicing it. But if you watch, not a lot of the players have been able to get as much on their serve, for sure. Some players have adapted pretty easily, but as that ball sells just long. So 9-3-1. 9-3-2. That's just long. Might be a good time for a timeout here, but maybe they'll just play this out. Game point.
Game point here.
It's a good shot there by Ava. Down the line there.
So we know we have one Ignatowich, that a name that's recognizable. Her brother. Know that he has a tennis background. What can you tell us about Ava?
Yeah, so Ava has a tennis background as well. Grew up playing, junior tennis. She's a little bit younger than James. I believe she's only like 18 or 19, and she's actually in school right now.
She played for her college team?
I don't think so.
Good lob there.
Tweener. Oh, just missed. I think that she is trying to make a run, at pro pickleball between going to college.
So she's not taking the college chick route where you do a little bit of both.
Game point. Oh, and a missed return. Kind of sums up that game a little bit. A lot of unforced errors.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Back at the Masters, presented by Hyundai and powered by Invited. I am Jimmy Miller with my co-host
Jorge Berrigan.
Jorge Berrigan.
Thanks for having me on, Jimmy. I know you were here by your lonesome, so
I appreciate
I'm glad I could just get to spend some time with the great Jimmy Miller today.
Some quality time. So we have got Angie and Alex Walker versus Ava Ignatowich and Katerina Stewart. Oh, what a great shot there. Inside out forehand by Angie. I mean, the Walkers really rolled in game one. I think it was 11-3. Honestly, didn't even feel that close. Kind of took it to them. Wow, that's a great shot right there. Dinked that angle, moved her out wide, and then flicked it down the middle. It's a great shot.
It seems like the Walker sisters have a good setup in Arizona with some really good partners that they're able to consistently play with. And these two seems like they play a lot of rec together, and so they know besides being sisters, they know their games pretty well.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be nice to have a sibling to play with. Oh, and that one was kind of just a sitter there for Ava that she missed. A lot of unforced errors on that side. I feel like they're not doing themselves any favors so far. Another missed return. How many missed returns have we seen?
Yeah, I mean, for making the serve not a weapon, it sure seems like there's been quite a bit of serves that have not been returned on the other side.
The Walkers have made it a weapon. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, how many missed returns have we seen?
Ooh, and another sitter that they just Just a little bit out in front of that. Those are balls you can't miss, especially, you know, against these two.
Game 1 is Miss Bolton. Your match is on the line. You have 5 minutes to go before test 5.
Yeah, the Walker sisters are on the roll again. Oh, that one's long.
Yeah. 5-1. 5-1 for Alex and Angie, and we've got a timeout for Ava and Katerina. Probably a good timeout there. We're gonna stay here for this timeout. Yeah, if you're Ava and Katerina here, what do you do to kind of get back into this, George?
Quit hitting the ball into the net.
That's probably a good key. You got to make balls, right? At some point, you've got to start making balls and make them earn points.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's just maybe getting used to the new ball. I mean, how much time did the players get with the ball prior to coming here?
So I know that, you know, all the players had balls that shipped to them if they needed it shipped to them. They had access to it, but I don't know exactly the time frame on that, on how much time, but all these players have already played also a match with this ball, so in this round. So at this point, it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
And not everyone is Jimmy, where you got the feel of the ball after one game.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a big change. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're pros, and yeah, I mean, they should. That serve looked goofy. That's the first one I noticed that really looked a little bit different there. So is the plan here
nice
that we're doing a beta just to gather some information?
Yeah, I think they're going to gather some info and kind of see what it does to the matches, and maybe pull some statistics off of it and kind of see how, you know, see how things change. I mean, you can see Ava's is very exaggerated.
Yes.
Clearly, it's not her natural serving motion, for sure.
That was a great angle.
That was a great angle on that overhead by Alex.
That's another one into the net.
Yeah, just unforced errors. Got 6-2-1.
Those are some aggressive shots. You see in the stands, Pesa out there. He's one of their partners out in Arizona that tends to play a lot with them. And I mean, he is very fiery, very athletic. So they, you know, that's who they have to go. You know, they go against in Arizona. So I mean, you can see from their style of play, they can get aggressive at times when they need to.
Well, and right now, I mean, we'll finish this point, but just long. Ava was sitting on that. Alex tried to go middle there, excuse me, Angie tried to go middle there, and Ava was sitting on that. But I mean, they're playing right now like they have an 8-2 lead, and they won game 1 11-3. Like they're keeping their foot on the pedal. Oh, great poach. Good setup, good poach.
Good third there.
Oh, that one is just long, and Alex and Angie Walker take it in two.